Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Day 3 of the Idaho Central Credit Union Giving Games, powering the Idaho Food Bank through this holiday season. We're live from the Boise State Esports Arena. Woo, can't talk early on this Saturday morning. Live from the Boise State Esports Arena for day 3 of some fantastic Call of Duty action. I've got a special guest on the desk today.
Thank you for having me. I am AJ Pepley, and I will be color casting for today.
It's going to be a good time. It's going to be a good time. We've already seen some fantastic action through these first 2 days of Call of Duty. A lot of pretty close maps. Nothing getting to Game 3 on stream as of yet, but we've got 2 exciting brackets for you today. An upper bracket and a lower bracket. Neither of them are going to meet, so we're going to see 2 very different types of gameplay. Maybe one a little bit slower in the lower bracket, a little bit more slide around, slide out, take care of business in the upper bracket. It's going to be a lot of fun. We've got a couple of alumni teams in this as well, including our very own Boise State alumni team, which is always a lot of fun to watch.
That's very exciting.
Yeah, it's going to be a good day at Call of Duty. What are you looking forward to most today?
Well, given the fact that we have 2 different brackets going on, I'm really excited to see how the 2 different, how both of them play so differently. Because like you mentioned before, it's most likely going to be a lot of slow-paced versus fast-paced gameplay. But there's a lot more specifics that can go into that, like how do different players play on specific maps differently than the upper level teams play? Like, would they take a more cautious approach, or would they go in guns blazing just for the fun of it? It's hard to tell, and I'm really excited to see how that ends up playing out.
Yeah, I think a lot of these teams are going to play things, very differently, especially from my understanding, we'll be starting out on Vault today, so pretty mixing map, pretty small. Teams are going to be able to be taking a lot of constant action. Those rotations are so critical. We talked about it a lot yesterday as well. The timing of your rotations is just absolutely critical on this map. You don't want to go too early. You don't want to go too late. You have to time it right, and you have to be able to slide corners ready for a gunfight early. You don't want to take any fair fights. And if you can do that and you time those rotations perfectly, you can put up some really big numbers early in that first rotation. It's
really just you got to make sure that you're ready for anything at that point, because even if those rotations don't go as planned, you got to make sure that you can, get accustomed to that regardless. Because, of course, it is so important that you make sure that all of the respawns happen exactly when you want it to. But if that doesn't go well, that's not the end of the world if you don't make it the end of the world. So as long as these players are seeing this going, how it's going, whether it goes well or not, they got to make sure that they can get accustomed to what's about to go down and making sure that they can still win that round, even if it didn't go how they planned.
100%. I mean, you lose the spawn side that you wanted to hold. Maybe you get wiped. It's all good. Take a beat. Hit with your team from the front of that map. Usually or from the front of the hill. That's going to be the best way to go about it. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see how these teams take care of business as we are hopping into Vault right away. Already getting going. Looking at the side of ICCU Beast. A couple of team kills potentially come. No, it's not team kills. The feed's just both of the same color. But ICCU Beast already in the hill here. Getting some shots out. Nade's going to go around the corner. Reaper's going to find one, though, so this might be Grim with a chance to get in. Nade's going to go out around the corner, not going to find anything. Trades keep coming through. That's going to be Noodle King from the side of Grim Outlaws. Pistol shots going down. He's going to find one. Outlaws getting some time on this hill, evening it up. This is the closest first hill we've seen all weekend.
See Noodle King hiding there in the corner, just making sure that he's watching every possible opening here, especially that doorway where a lot of Beast is trying to get through. He's making sure he's got all those corners covered and is doing a great job at staying here defending the point right now.
Yeah, a lot of trust on his teammate that no one's going to wrap around. Contesting the hill. That's a big win from Jumping Armadillo, though, as he slides in. Going to pick up a little bit of the scrap time as we rotate to P2. Squeaker's going to know they're there, but it doesn't matter. BK taking care of business. Frosty now from Beast in the hill. Just kind of hanging out on this jacuzzi play. He knew there was a wrap coming through. He knew they had the bad spawns, and it didn't matter. He was able to find the shots to win those gunfights and keep that time on the hill. This thing is nice and close. Armadillo on a 5K so far. Beast still in the hill with Frosty, racking up this time. It's a tie ball game nice and early, and all of a sudden you have to start thinking about where's that wrap going to come from. Wallbang shots coming through from Noodle as well. Squeaker's going to keep making plays happen, but Armadillo with the break, the shots, and he rips him off the heady, but the nade comes in to trade him out. Wow, what an electric start to this first game.
Armadillo is being a very, very big problem for the Outlaws here. Given the fact that Noodle King was doing such a great job at the start and they got taken down, ever since then, Armadillo has just been getting constant eliminations there with a 9-3 KD ratio.
Shots coming around from Squeaker. He's going to find one, but Delibird's going to slide out and find the trade. Armadillo and Frosty, team shots come through. That's going to be the hill back to Beast. This thing is back and forth. There's one on a heady. Armadillo, can he find it? No, he can't. High ground takes the cake, but the trades come through. Noodle King going to come around from this backside. This is going to have to be Grim Outlaws getting ready to flip. Right now, Beast has spawned for next hill. They're controlling P3. P4 is back in that building. Grim Outlaws going to have to do something to get around this other side of the map. Maybe have to hit through pool, give up some time on this hill. The nade comes through to take out Delibird. Armadillo still in the hill, though, for Beast. Just soaking up a little bit of this time as we get towards the end of P3. The rotations over to P4 are going to be coming in quick, but Outlaws may have flipped spawns. This could be huge for Outlaws. They did well to hit through the middle of the map, not even contesting P3 too much there. Ready to go for P4. There goes Armadillo down to Reaper, and we're getting ready to rotate over to P4.
This has been a very back and forth game so far. Both teams have been able to get up like 10, 20 points each time. But with how much things are switching around with all these hard points, it's making it very difficult for them to continue staying on those points.
Trophy just didn't go down in time to save Armadillo's life. You hate to see that if you're on the side of Beast. They got killed out of the hill. It's BK just sitting, holding this door. They know Outlaws is spawning in the back. Outlaws have the right play for this. BK looking for the kill. He's gonna find it. That might be a big break, as now Beast should be spawning in the back. But that's a good find as well. Squeaker stays in the hill. Can he stay up? No, he can't. Delibird and Frosty going to help find some of the kills. Armadillo as well, and that's the break for Beast. The spawns keep flipping on this thing so quickly, nobody's really able to take control, as all of a sudden we're going to get ready to head back towards P1 in a second, and now Outlaws has the good spawns for the first two hills.
We saw Frosty immediately leaving that point the moment he saw that we'd be moving on to the next one, just making sure that he'd get there as soon as possible. You got to make sure you get as many points as you possibly can on these hard points, so it's good we see him moving ahead as fast as he possibly can.
Yeah, that's just Outlaws picking up a little bit of that scrap, but we're back to P1 now. Sweeper in the hill for Outlaws did a good job, but I think that Beast has secured the good spawns. There's kills coming up on top stairs. BK finds one, finds two, yes sir! Beast getting good shots, looking over palms there as well is BK, so maybe they don't think that they have the spawns, and that's okay. They got to find a way to work their way up there. Good reads from Sweeper, but it doesn't matter. The movement is elite. He sees another one there. That's going to be Frosty, who's going to find a killer. Excuse me, that's Reaper on Frosty. Turns around, BK gonna find Sweeper though, so more trades coming out. Outlaws in the hill with Squeaker, but BK is gonna take him out. He was on a 15K, oh my
picking
word.
up the slack, oh my goodness. Jumping Armadillo was a real menace, but now BK is taking that crown from him. 15 streak is the highest one we've seen all game.
Yeah, that's gonna be Delibird. Goes down and hill to Noodle, so trades back and forth. Getting ready to go to P2. It's all going to be who's spawning where. Sweeper's probably going to have to get pushed out here pretty quick. Not a lot of time, and that's actually the pop right there. So, Beast in the hill, Armadillo, their rotation king, already in there looking out over palms. Noodle King trying to find anything he can. He's going to have to lay down on palms, looking for anything on that heady, nothing truck side. Good jump shots over to find Frosty, who is pushed up and out, but Delibird posted up, finding everything he could want and more from top truck. This is going to be good for Beast as they can just keep staying in hill. He's going to get found by Reaper though, so now all of a sudden Noodle King jumps in, and look at it. I mean, it just keeps going back and forth. Every team can't keep control. It doesn't matter who has back spawns. The trades are just perfect from both teams right now. The comms are electric.
See, Beast was able to retake the point. There's so much good movement happening from both teams, but Beast is just flying all over the screen, making it so difficult for the Outlaws to even land a shot on them sometimes. That's making it a lot easier for them to be able to keep these points. They're currently quite a bit farther ahead on the point counter here than we had seen earlier.
And the problem is, Grim Outlaws pushed up through middle. They gave up good spawns for P3 and 4. The comms weren't what they needed to be. Why did they push out? Why did they flip? They gave it up for like 5 seconds of scrap. Flying in is jumping Armadillo. He's going to find time on this point as well. Beast has spawns for 3 and 4. They're going to be able to open this thing up huge. Delibird, his RCXD gets blown up by a nade. What a gigabrain play from Reaper there. I don't even know if he meant it. Noodle King's going to get found as well as he's outside the map. This is just a back and forth match here. Sweeper trying to find anything in this hill, but Beast, they're in the good position. No reason to push too far out as they are set up for P4 as well. Squeaker knows he's got to try and flip this, working his way on the flank. Gonna find one. Can he find a second one as he pushes up through building? This could be huge if you're Grim Outlaws. This is what you need to get yourself back in this game. Sweeper staying in the hill, getting these points, getting some of this scrap, but you've got Outlaws working their way up around as well. Noodle King finds another one. Squeaker finds a big one on BK. Frosty's in P4. This is the gunfight we all want to see. Squeaker's pushed up. Frosty knows he's there now. Is he going to be able to find any sort of utility out of this? We're on to P4. Armadillo's already in the hill, but I think Grim Outlaws has spawns getting ready to go now. This is where things are going to get a little bit worrisome. If you're Beast, you know that the other team's got spawns. 3 in hill. No one's pushed out. Noodle King. Flashes go in top. He's going to slide this door, and things are going to get ugly. He's going into a kill box. Finds one. Is he going to find the second? No, he's not, but the trades come in. That's a big-time break from Grim Outlaws. They're right back in this thing.
Sweeper still staying on the point as stalwart as ever, but got taken down right afterwards. The Grim Outlaws have been trying their absolute best to get some very good progress. They've been so successful in that.
Yeah, both of these teams just continuously pushing each other out. It's like we're not even thinking about spawns here, gentlemen. You can't push each other out at the very end of hills like this when the side is going to flip. What are we thinking? Both teams keep doing it. Now it's going to be Grim Outlaws. They are pushing out again as we're already on the P1 and P2, which is on the other side of the map, but it doesn't matter. Sweeper's rotated in. The shot's coming in onto Delibird. He's going to fall from Squeaker. This is going to be good points from Grim Outlaws. A 30-point game going into this second set of rotations. Actually, third set of rotations.
Noodle King now on the point while the rest of the team tries to defend him, but Reaper got taken down and it made it so difficult for Noodle King to stay alive, getting taken down by Delibird, who's now taking the point. Oh, and then got eliminated right afterwards. Eliminations are being traded back and forth all over the place, making it so hard to keep track of who's winning sometimes.
Yeah, this is the best game that we have seen all weekend, no doubt. Both teams continuing to go back and forth. Armadillo and Delibird getting time in this hill, a little bit of scrap. Getting ready for P2 to pop, though. You have to imagine that Grim Outlaws is thinking about that as they're sitting in the hill. Shots come in, the turn from Sweeper. Jumping Armadillo, you got to find that kill, buddy. Squeaker's going to get the reload off. That's already Delibird set up, though, in P2, so this is going to have to be a big break from Grim Outlaws. These can't quite win. Well, I guess they could win it here with a full 60, but unlikely. This is unlikely to be a full 60, and in fact, there's Noodle King right there, so I think that pretty much eliminates the opportunity for them to win. Squeaker's going to get the kill. Great time is good time if you're ICCU Beast. You're not mad at that. Sweeper taking some time as well. Now Noodle King both in the hill. Jumping Armadillo going to have to slide around from the front side. There's 3 in there. He finds 1. He finds 2. Jumping Armadillo going massive for Beast. He takes the hill. He can't find the third, though. Reaper keeping Grim Outlaws in this thing. They're going to have a chance to get this thing almost tied up if they can hold. Shots going to Palm. He can't find anything. The heady's still working. Armadillo's going to find something. There's the mortar from BK. Going to find Delibird. Squeaker as well. They keep trading, but Outlaws keeps getting the time. We're going to have a tight ball game going into P3 and 4. This is going to get exciting.
Well, BK back on the point. The Grim Outlaws got so close to getting that tied up, but they just barely couldn't manage it. And now BK, who's been such a beast for the beast, is making this so difficult for Grim Outlaws to get back on there. But now we see Squeaker prepared at the next hard point, now getting the points back up. Oh man, but Beast took over right afterwards.
Yeah, they had one rotation out, did Grim Outlaws, but nobody was there to help out the team. It's just one player in the hill. Trophy doesn't get down in time. Oh, it was so close. That's the second time we've seen that. No one's on the hill. Once again, great time is good time if you're ICCU Beast. Now it's going to be Grim Outlaws getting in the hill. Shots come from Reaper. He finds 1 onto BK. Again, this is a chance for Outlaws to tie and even take the lead. Frosty, though, looking to flip the spawns. He's going to find 2. He's going to get found, though. Sweeper keeps the spawns for Outlaws. That could save the game. It's a 4-point game. Beast on the hill. If you're Grim Outlaws, set up for P4. They can't win it here, Outlaws. They can't win it here. Set up for P4. This is the play. You could win it on P4. It's going to get exciting. BK shots trying to come in. Can't find anything. Frosty finds 2, though, with the help of Armadillo. They're set up on P4. They've broken the spawns. Now it's all on Outlaws. They've taken it back. Squeaker's going to find 1. He's going to get found by Frosty, though. Beast, 5 seconds away from the win. Frosty, he can't find it. BK's last in the hill. Now Delibird joins him. Beast is going to close it out.
Wow, that was a chaotic first round. So much was happening that entire time, and it was such a very close game, 220 to 250. Grim Outlaws got so insanely close to surpassing them at so many different points.
What an unbelievable first game of the day. My voice is not warmed up for this, guys. Holy cow. Unbelievable stuff. Both teams flipping each other out for seemingly no reason, and it didn't matter because they just kept breaking the spawns. Fantastic play from both teams. As we take a look at that scoreboard, Jumping Armadillo 38 and 25, 3 players in the 30s for Beast. They outslayed Grim Outlaws by quite a bit, but Outlaws just played positionally
only 30
so
points
well.
behind. Like, considering the difference in the KD ratios, you'd expect them to be so much farther behind, but 220 to 250 is such a small amount.
I mean, that was...
Wow.
That is what happens when you have one team that's not afraid to push out and slay out, and one team that's playing this for spawns and positions. Again, the best game we have seen all weekend, hands down, no question. And now we go on to Skyline, which is such a map of positioning. And that gives me so much hope because I have been begging for a game 3 this whole weekend. And if things play out the way that they did, you have to give Grim Outlaws the slight advantage on Skyline because they seem to know how to control spawns just a little bit better. We may be getting Rewind Search, folks. Please, please.
I did definitely see them being prepared. Like, every time you switch from hardpoint to hardpoint, they like 75% of the time, they seem to already be there and at the ready. And they were able to hold it for quite a while. So even though they weren't able to get the same amount of kills that the other team was able to get, they still managed to get these points ahead of time just by being there the moment that it switched from like P1 to P2. They were already on P2 before P1 was even over. And they just didn't have time to react to that. And that's what really helped them slowly get those points built up over time.
Yeah, it was a really good effort from Grim Outlaws. Like you said, the rotations were on point. They understood when to go. I think the only thing that they did and what cost them really bad, they had spawns for P3 and P4 early in that game in the second rotation. They pushed out through mid-map, they flipped spawns, gave ICC Beast the first advantage on P3 and 4, and even though they were able to get the first little initial hit of time, Beast was able to end up winning those 2 hills because they had the spawns, and I think that's what cost Grim Outlaws. So if you're Outlaws now, I think you have to be thinking, okay, we know what we did wrong. We pushed out spawns on scrap time. Not something we should be doing. We know that now we got to play this thing a little bit slower, just recompose ourselves. I think they've got plenty of opportunities to do so on Skyline.
As long as they're willing to realize that they did make the mistake and change that, then that will really give them an upper hand. Because like, if they're just going to continue and do that same play style from last time, that probably won't get them the kind of win that they're hoping for. And if we're hoping to get a game 3, we should hope that the Outlaws are going to try and do at least a slight tweak to their strategy. Because if they just continue doing what they've been doing, we probably will not end up seeing that just because the Beast seems to have slightly better aim and just general skill.
Yeah, things are going to be really interesting as we head into P1. There's already 2-3 from Grim Outlaws. They're going to get some good time on this first hill. Wow, they are actually just sliding out early. Big kills from everybody on the side of Grim Outlaws to start this thing. Already a nice 15-point advantage. This is what you want to see if you're Outlaws. Armadillo going to jump around the side of the map. Big play from him on the Noodle King, who is just laying down on Hot Tub. Sweeper going to jump down. He's not going to find anything, Armadillo. The shots are pure again onto Squeaker. Squeaker and Sweeper both finding kills. Nade's going to come in. Can he find anything? No, he can't. Delibird doing the work as well. Frosty's going to go down, but Delibird and Jumping Armadillo teaming up to play some great COD early. They've retaken the lead as we already get ready for P2. What an electric start once again.
Beast is making sure they control both the low and the high ground, which is so crucial because we see Delibird up high with BK, who is down low, and it made it so difficult for Grim to get in, but we see Sweeper coming in, managing to get a few eliminations. Even though we are switching to P2, it made it so that he was able to just get a few points there before it switched over.
Oh my word, the flicks from Sweeper, that GPR. It can only go so fast, Sweeper. Armadillo with that GPR as well. Shots coming in. He is frying out. 6 and 2. He's finding the good shots. This is what you need to do in this hill, but you got to be careful. Somebody get a trophy down. Nades can come in and take care of business. There's going to be the shutters closed, though. So for now, that's a big help if you're Beast. Going to keep doubling up this lead now, up to over 50 points. Outlaws, this is probably a tough break. This is probably a tough break when Armadillo's shooting like that. that. It's time to get set up for P3 if you're Outlaws at this point. No reason to keep doing it. He won't die.
He just
Man won't die.
Oh, finally, the King gets dethroned after like 4 or 5 kills. He did not want the Outlaws to get anywhere close to the point. Only Noodle King allowing to take it just now.
Yeah, just getting a little bit of scrap is Noodle King now. Reaper's going to find one with the nade. Delibird's going to find Reaper, though. Already we're into Kitchen for P3. This is where Grim Outlaws can make some money.
Oh.
If they're not getting gunned like that, Armadillo continues to be on his tear. 11-4 to start this thing off. Frosty looking over to wait. Stun's going to go in. Can he find anything? The answer is no. They're all hitting from this front side. That's going to be double with the nade from Noodle King. Armadillo, though, finds Noodle King back. Armadillo finds a double. Oh. Frosty's going to go down to Squeaker, though. Squeaker has to be known, though, that he's pushing up. He's going to find Armadillo. Now's your chance. Got to go. Gets away from the cross. The pistol kill's good. He chows it with the pistol. My word, Squeaker, that was audacious. Frosty holding this front side of the hill now. He sees something. He's not going to find anything but his teammate.
Wow, that's unfortunate.
Dives into hill. Noodle King going to get a little bit of time. The contest coming through. They're playing Ring Around the Rosie on Fireplace. Delibird pushing out weights. Now shots going in. He's going to find the kill. The shots are good. He's going to get traded, though. Reaper and Squeaker doing their thing. There's a trophy going down already as we're on to P4. The first trophy of the match. That's going to be Squeaker's. It is going to get destroyed, though. This is where you've got to try and break this hill early. Beast building up a substantial lead. There's Noodle King getting in, though. Got to get behind that hot tub. Get on that heady.
Grim Outlaws seem to be struggling a little bit in trying to get on the point there for a while, but they're finally able to get on there. Squeaker and Sweeper have both been doing a great job of just pushing forward at the proper times. Even now, with Noodle King going down, Sweeper is still on the point, and Jumping Armadillo isn't even aware that he's over there, but finally finds Squeaker and takes him out. And Sweeper, unfortunately, also goes down right afterwards, and Beasts are once again able to retake the point and just about get it double the amount of points that the Outlaws have.
Oh, Noodle King, that's one you got to win, buddy. Squeaker and Sweeper, fine too. Say that 15 times fast, huh? That's going to be BK on this, on Bath. He's going to find one as well. ICC Beast did such a good job of getting some good time in this thing, and now we're on to P1 once again. That was a pretty good rotation from Beast.
So many kills being traded back and forth and back and forth. The amount of kills that both teams are getting are fairly even, but the Outlaws are struggling a little bit to get that points continued. Armadillo's already back here on the point once again, taking down Noodle King to try to get back there, and Squeaker as well. Oh, but got taken down by the RC. And absolutely a great play there, just trying to get them off the point. And another kill with a grenade. The Outlaws are being brutal right now, just trying to take the point back. But Delibird retaking the high ground once again.
Yeah, that Jumping Armadillo just staying in the point. Reaper, good shots to rip Delibird.
BK with a triple. Insane. They are absolutely diabolical with these this aim here. Yep. The Beasts are insane, just getting these kills back and back to back to back. The Outlaws are struggling to be able to handle.
Yeah. BK's feeling himself right now. He's on a 4K. He finally goes down there. Frosty trying to break into P2. He does. Delibird and Frosty now soaking up this time for Beast. This has got to be a break from Grim Outlaws. This game is getting away from you. You got to find a way to get in there. Good nade. Like we said earlier, nades in this hill can be good, but BK and Delibird do not care. Break right back. About to be a 100-point lead for the side of Beast. Frosty now pushing up, trying to keep these spawns. This is going to be a big break. 1 hit, 2 hit. Can he find it? The answer is no. There's still 2 there. Jumping Armadillo helping him out. Grim Outlaws hitting from the same choke point. This is not going to work, guys. You got to find a different way through.
Finally, Frosty going down after getting so many eliminations are able to finally push forward. But even then, Jumping Armadillo is already ready on the point, getting 1 kill onto Sweeper, and Delibird taking down Squeaker.
Yeah, got to get set up on P4 here, but the problem is Jumping Armadillo is shooting like a madman right now. 25-9 through a set and a half of hills. That's a good find from Reaper onto Frosty. This is where you got to get set up in Kitchen. Got to be ready for P3 and P4 to do their thing. Trophy goes in. Stop those nades from coming in. Delibird peeks the corner. He's going to find one. Reaper's going to find Armadillo. Squeaker's going to find Deli. The trades keep going in the fate of Outlaws. All of a sudden, this could get good if you're Outlaws. They've got a chance to do something until Squeaker goes down. Now they're all hitting from this backside. They've got good spawns. They got to push up, got to take advantage. Need at least 30 seconds here.
We see Delibird getting a double kill right there. He is just stagnant on the point once again, but we see him switching from high ground to low ground all of the time. He is being so versatile with where he's being positioned. Shows great communication here from the Beasts, who are just making things so difficult for the Outlaws.
Yeah, this is clinical here. This is a little bit more like the Beast team that we saw yesterday. Rapping together, playing together, all kind of holding hands and playing this smart. 2 kills come out from the side of Outlaws. Trying to get anything in this hill as we get ready for P4. You see the next meter popping up there. Beast has already got a rotation set up, but it's not going to matter. They get found. I think this is going to be Outlaws in this hill to start this thing off, and it is Squeaker, Sweeper, and Noodle King all in the hill. 3 stacked up. Delibird, though, finds the only one that's not in there. That was Reaper. Oh. Armadillo finds his teammate, finds another. Delibird with the jump shot, but it doesn't matter. Squeaker finds one. Frosty's going to get the trade, though. That's a big-time break from Beast, and they take spawns. I think this one's just about over.
Ooh, Frosty almost just about saved themselves from the 9 health they were stuck at, but unfortunately got met at the other end of Sweeper's gun, but then just got taken out right afterwards. Beast still has Armadillo, who is on the point, still getting eliminations back and forth with a very, very high multi-kill right now. Still staying there, still racking up the points. They're so close to being able to win this round, and the Grim Outlaws cannot get anywhere near it. He just is refusing to go anywhere. Squeaker's able to get a few kills, but Armadillo finally goes down. Yeah, even with the trophy as well.
There's the break, but the problem is you got to play perfect COD at this point. You have to play perfect COD at this point if you're Outlaws. You got to get ready for P1 that pops right now. Frosty's already in it. They're shooting down from top balcony. 5 seconds to go for Beast before they are into the lower bracket finals. Shots continue to come in. The trades come out. Beast
there it goes.
Takes the series 2-0, and they will play the loser of Esports Supply and Boise State alumni. They stay alive, and unfortunately, Grim Outlaws' time comes to an end in this year's Giving Games.
I really gotta, I know I mentioned this pretty late into the game, but I really have to take notice of how well they were using the high ground and the low ground, especially from the Beast. They had like Delibird specifically. He was both taking the high ground and the low ground at so many different points and having so many different openings to keep track of, especially with how open this map is. It's so crucial that you cover all of those bases. And that's what the Beast really excelled in. And I think that's something that really helped them win that game over the Outlaws, because it's a little harder in Vault to be able to take those different vantage points. So having Skyline be a much more open map, the Beast's already effective strategy just worked almost twice as well as it did last time, allowing that to be a much less close game than we saw in the first one.
Well, then you add in the fact that Jumping Armadillo was 35 and 15.
Oh, absolutely.
That helps things, right? When you've got your best player just shooting absolutely straight. I mean, I can only imagine what those comms were like. I mean, I can almost guarantee man was popping off in the Discord. Those were some amazing shots from Armadillo, taking care of business, making sure that they were ready to go to win that map. That's how you keep yourself alive in this tournament.
Yeah, they just have a good idea of what all of their players are good at, and Jumping Armadillo was such a good player to just keep there on the point in one spot, because he just covers two different doorways, and he's just got the aim of an absolute, well, beast, pun intended. And we saw that from that KD ratio, like 35-9 at one point, I believe, and around that same ratio there. I imagine it was a little terrifying to have to go up against Armadillo. Like BK was also a great example of getting a lot of those kills. We saw that in the first game even more. So many players from the Beast team just had incredible aim and just outshined the Outlaws just a little bit.
Yeah, those were pretty good shots from both of those teams. Okay, we're going to throw it to a break in between games here, but before we do, bottom right-hand corner, scan that QR code right down there, right? That's how you donate to the Idaho Food Bank. $5 can provide 15 meals in this holiday season. Food insecurity is high right now in the Treasure Valley. $5 feeds 15 meals this holiday season. That compounds as well. So make sure you scan that graphic, give to the Idaho Food Bank, and we'll see you here on the other side of this break.
Home is where you hang your hat, snuggle up, hide out. Home is when you're with the ones you love. It isn't just a place, it's a state of mind. At Idaho Central Credit Union, our home is Idaho. We grew up here, and we're proud to help more Idahoans with their home loan than any other financial institution. Idaho Central Credit Union. We believe home is where you make it.
It's me, your Idaho Central Credit Union app. Rough morning? Is that a mobile deposit? I got this. Beat it, Charlie. We're making money moves here. Cha-ching. And done.
Charlie, come on, outside.
Sorry about the mess. I'd help if I had hands. The closest Idaho Central Credit Union branch is in your pocket.
No. Come on, where is it?
Dave, it's your Idaho Central app here. Any chance you're missing a debit card? Let's get that taken care of for you. With ICCU's card control, you can turn any card off with the tap of your finger.
You've got it.
And back on again. Ow, 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 ow. The closest Idaho Central Credit Union branch is in your pocket.
Idaho Central Credit Union, looking after your daily balance.
Welcome back to the Boise State Esports Arena, Game 2 on Day 3 of this exciting Giving Games tournament presented by ICCU, powering the Idaho Food Bank through this holiday season. We're here for lower bracket losers finals. We've got Dolphin Divers and Wi-Fi Warriors, the battle of the alliterations, if you will.
Yeah, it is. Wi-Fi Warriors, Dolphin Divers. It's going to be a little bit of a tongue twister trying to go over that every single time, especially given the chaotic nature of Call of Duty.
It's true. It's true. Speaking of chaos, we had to take a little bit longer of a break here because the game that determined this game actually went to a map 3. Crazy scenes over there. They went to a search, and from how long it took, I only have to imagine it went to around 11. So craziness for Wi-Fi Warriors as they get to play the team Dolphin Divers, who just came off of a heartbreaking loss to Potatoes.
Yeah, well, we got to see if they end up getting another loss here as we go into this next game. Might be on the losers bracket, but this is the final, so it's both of them are very good teams nonetheless. Semifinals, excuse me. But they are still both very good teams, and there's going to be a lot of chaos, but maybe in a different manner considering this is a lower bracket. It's not quite going to be the same thing that we saw last time around. But they still have their own manner of keeping us surprised.
Have to imagine a little bit slower gameplay. We've seen both of these teams on stream, probably just a little bit more, intentional gameplay out of both of these teams. I think we'll definitely see that out of Wi-Fi Warriors. That's their gameplay style, is, a little bit more intentional, a little bit more, methodical. Dolphin Divers, pretty chaotic team in terms of just flying around the map and taking shots, but they also play it pretty smart. So, like we said, losers finals here, going into the grand finals of lowers bracket. On Volt again, same map set as we played last time. On board with Xander here from Dolphin Divers. Shots coming in from Sweeper. Boo's gonna find him. Boo already getting on the board. Good time for Dolphin Divers here in middle of Vault. Crotech's gonna find one, so is 666 as well. This is great time for Dolphin Divers. Wi-Fi Warriors can't really get close to the point. Sweeper gonna throw a nade into the hill. He's gonna find Boo, gonna find a second one as well. There's that KSV doing work. Stun goes out around the corner. Xander and Crotex find kills. Xander with the pistol out. Crotex gonna find another one as well. So, a fantastic start for Dolphin Divers as they rack up some time in the hill. Boo's gonna deny Brad getting around that corner. So this is the right start if you are Dolphin Divers.
Yeah, we're seeing so far how their different play styles have been clashing, because having the Dolphin Divers be more just get up in your face and just fire away versus the Wi-Fi Warriors more methodical gameplay. Usually being methodical seems to work well, but the Dolphin Divers just jumping around kind of style seem to work very well in their favor so far.
Crotex trying to break into this point as Wi-Fi Warriors getting some time early. That's a big time kill onto Brad there from 666. Crotex just hanging out in the hot tub, getting some sun time in. Shot's gonna come in from Killer. He's gonna find it. A sub in for Wi-Fi Warriors here is Killer. Sweeper finds 666. Sweeper finds a double. Killer gonna find one as well. Boo though trades him out. This is Wi-Fi Warriors getting their time and point. Sweepers 5 and 4. Good drop shots there from Boo, the Dolphin Divers name. Holding up, Boo gonna find another one. Breaking into Hill. Wi-Fi Warriors continuing to try and push into this, but Boo and 666 holding down point. We're about ready to wrap into P3 now. This is where Wi-Fi Warriors have spawns for it.
Sweeper is doing a good job at leading their team so far, getting the most kills out of all of them, and almost the least amount of deaths too. So they're doing a great job here, but the Dolphin Divers just have quite the higher ratio in comparison. We see now they're able to take down Sweeper once again, so even given the spawns, the Dolphin Divers are just making sure that they can just get these kills as quickly as possible and then just start racking up the points, and it's working very well for them.
Scallywagger peeking with that C9. Good shots as well onto Boo. There's the break for Wi-Fi Warriors. Crotex, though, absolutely jumping out the window and taking down Killer. Xander as well, finding a kill after Sweeper.
Oh.
And then that's going to be Boo with the double with the RCXD. Xander now head glitching on the hill. Xander's going to get the trophy down. Killer's going to find 666. Great time is good time if you're in the lead. Wi-Fi Warriors now back on the hill. Shots coming in from Killers. He has the aims out. Protex, the GPR looking out into the hill, seeing if he can find anything.
Boo there with a triple kill, with a double kill with a grenade, and then one more afterwards. Boo is just getting so many kills so far. We see a multi-kill of 3 there up at the top. The Dolphin Divers are just getting all of these eliminations back to back. We see it there again with Xander.
Yeah, Xander's shooting straight right now. Xander's 11-3. Oh, he almost just rips on Sweeper, but not quite. That's going to be Boo and Xander, though, leading the way for Dolphin Divers as they get set up in P4. Shots coming in from Boo. Good shots with the PP90 or PP919. Rips around to the back. Going to continue to dance. Are the comms there? Boo finds another one. The nade from Sweeper takes him out. Xander, though, jumps into the hill. Sweeper gets taken down. A good break from ICCU here. Xander peeks right side. Coming from Palms. Going to find another one as well. All of a sudden, they're putting up a pretty big lead. They know where they're hitting from. 666 finds Sweeper as well. This is good. This is Brad, though, on a rep, but Crotex is watching it. Xander's going to get taken down from Killer. Crotex playing on top here. All of a sudden, you got to start thinking about P1 and P2 now. If you're Dolphin Divers, at some point, someone's got to push out. You can't all just sit around the hill.
We see the Wi-Fi Warriors are actually doing a great job at flanking and covering multiple different entrances, but even then, the Dolphin Divers seem to have them all covered on their side, too.
But look at Xander. Xander wrapped around through this outside. He did so well to get a good angle. He's going to push up here. And this is the opportunity for them to go and break spawns here. Xander now just taking some time in the hill. If you're Dolphin Divers, someone's got to push out and take these spawns for P2, and it looks like that's the job of Boo. Looking to see if he can find anything. He's playing on that upper stairs side. Now you can see his mark number 2 in the minimap. He just found a kill as well. Xander watching from the backside. They've flipped spawns successfully here. This is big time for ICCU. This is what they needed to do to really keep their firm grasp on this map.
We see 666 and Crotex just staying there on the point at the ready. Crotex with that 5 killing spree right now. Wi-Fi Warriors are struggling. Sweeper and Windshaft both going down right afterwards. Boo is just getting so many kills back to back. Xander right behind in that number 2, but finally got taken down there.
Yeah, good shots from Boo. That PP919, he's the only one using this in this tournament, but it's shooting good for him. Brad looking for this nade around Palm Tree side. 666 looking to see if he can break into this hill. Contest comes through nice and early. That's going to be a big find from Xander, and Boo gets the cleanup as well. So that's another break for Dolphin Divers, up to 160, 120-point lead.
We see 3 of the Wi-Fi Warriors going down. Sweeper is the only one left and finally gets taken down. The Dolphin Divers are ruthless right now with such high KD ratios right now. The Wi-Fi Warriors strategy is not working very well for them. And even then, it seems like the Dolphin Divers just have a slightly better aim and better understanding of how to get these kills properly.
Yeah, I mean they're breaking hills, they're taking spawns. It doesn't matter what they do. Even Xander using the aims, which got nerfed into the ground recently, and he's still shooting straight. What a child top stairs. Xander finds it as well. He's 24-5. He's playing out of his mind. Sweeper's going to go down to Xander there as well. Xander's a demon on the map right now as he rotates through, looking to get to P3. They can win it here if they get a break. Xander's going to find one. He's going to get bad timing, but it doesn't matter. Can he chow out? He's going to find another one. He's unkillable on the map right now. Xander's got to just find 2 more to get into this hill. Sees 1 trophy. Can he take it down? Yes, he can. He finds another one. He saw the player on the head glitch as well. Xander's going to slide back in. Xander, shots come through. The nade's going to come out as well. Xander shooting towards the car. There's 2 in hill. Xander just dancing around this hill. Now to look at Crotex. Crotex laying down. Xander shots around towards those planters. He can't find anything. That's going to be a good reset from Wi-Fi Warriors. Xander continues to push this thing out, though, and he's in the hill getting time. 30 seconds till end. Xander finally goes down to Brad.
There goes that 15 kill streak he had. We saw Xander was just staying there in that doorway, just popping shots, just making it so the Wi-Fi Warriors couldn't get up and get back on that point. Only finally getting taken down after a while, but it allowed the Dolphin Divers to get so much higher on that point.
Brad getting some shots in. There's that aims doing work for him. The reload comes through. This is where Wi-Fi Warriors have to try and get some points. They got to have to chain it together. Crotex, though, finds the kill to get the break, but it doesn't matter. We're on to P4, back in the building. This should be where ICCU has the spawns for it. This is going to get a little scary. Xander with the Hellstorm. Finding 2. Crotex now going to have to break in. Stuns go in. He's going to have to slide this corner. Does he know he's to the right? Trophy system's going to go down as well. That's big, but it doesn't matter. It gets shot. Finds the kill, though. The bait from Crotex. 5-head play. There's Xander fighting 1, but Boo gets taken out by 666's RCXD. Crotex looks away. The COD timing was terrible, but it doesn't matter. He finds Killer. That's going to be ICCU in the hill, and that's going to be ICCU, I think, taking map 1 here, unless Brad can get in the hill and touch. Stun goes around towards the backside. I don't think there's any time. Boo's watching the angle. That's the map. ICCU Dolphin Divers go up 1-0.
That was a pretty brutal match to watch. The Wi-Fi Warriors put up a good fight there for a little bit, especially near the middle of the game. But then most of the time, the Dolphin Divers just kind of kept the pressure high. We saw that especially from the Hellstorm getting dropped a couple of times there. And just how much the Dolphin Divers were doing a great job at just staying in one spot and holding it. Like a lot of the time we saw in that last game, somebody would stay in a spot, but then somebody from the enemy team would just come around and take them down and just flip things around. But the Dolphin Divers made sure that didn't happen. We can see that especially from the KD ratio. Sweeper was the only one on the Wi-Fi Warriors to get anywhere above 10. Otherwise, the rest of their team struggled a little bit.
Yeah, and especially when you've got Xander going 33-7 and Boo going 28-8. I mean, what do you do?
Those two were very, very crazy, and it was kind of scary to watch them too, because just seeing that aim, especially how you mentioned, like a gun got nerfed, but even then he was shooting straight. Even like the fact that he managed to go through that kind of a difficult situation and still managed to be such a dangerous player for the team just goes to show how cohesive the Dolphin Divers are and how much it was working for them when it comes to like communication and team play and things like that.
Yeah, the comms were fantastic. They were able to break every single hill. They didn't have to even play for spawns at that point. They were able to just slide in through the front and break the hill. They did a fantastic job of just understanding, how to take fights as a team, 2v1, 3v1. And they were able to just hold points as well. I mean, every time that they got into a hill, they knew where the spawns were going to be coming from. There was no split spawns at any point in that map. And I think that was from the fact that they weren't worried about spawns, right? When you start thinking about spawns, sometimes teams will spawn in weird places on the side. Sometimes they'll spawn apart from each other. But if you're not even worried about it, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, and I feel like they just kind of had that general confidence in the fact that they knew what they were doing, because not having to worry about a very integral part of the game just shows that your team is good and you know that you guys are good. So we saw them just kind of playing how they wanted. Like they, of course, covered a lot of the important bases, like not taking fair fights. That's something that's always been very important in, most esports games that end up happening. But there we just saw multiple points where there were 2 or 3 of the Dolphin Divers going up against one of the Wi-Fi Warriors, and there was just nothing they could do about it. So they just knew exactly what they were doing, and with that knowledge, they were able to get away with not having to worry about spawns.
Yeah, it was pretty impressive. It was pretty impressive to see how they were able to just play that game and just, play for kills, essentially. You know what else is impressive? Skating that QR code down there in the bottom right-hand corner. We're going to have smooth transitions like that all day today. We got to keep pushing people to that QR code. Make sure you scan it, donate to the food bank. $5 can make 15 meals for the food bank. Help end food insecurity in the Treasure Valley and around the state of Idaho this holiday season. It's getting cold outside. You can't even get a $5 footlong for $5 anymore, right? What are you going to get it for $5 at McDonald's, right? Nothing. That's your morning coffee one time this week. If you can donate that to the Idaho Food Bank, we'd greatly appreciate it, and the families around the valley and around the state of Idaho are going to appreciate it as well.
Yeah, we're in that season of giving thanks too, aren't we? So that also adds on to it as well.
We got Doc's keys to the game here put up here for you as well. In Call of Duty, make sure you believe, achieve, and repeat. I like that. Bleed green, go one by one, and help members achieve financial success. Something's telling me that right there might be ICCU's keys to the game, because that seems like it might be aligned with our amazing sponsor, ICCU's fantastic values.
Yeah, a lot of those keys do go very importantly into the game, as long as you have a good understanding of what you need to do to make sure you win. There's a lot of different things to keep track of, but with teams like the Dolphin Divers, it seems like they've all got that nailed down pretty well.
Yeah, most definitely, and they are definitely taking those company values that ICCU tends to have, like they just put up there. Like I said, I believe that's probably pulled directly from the ICCU webpage, and we love to see that because we are so thankful to what ICCU does for this event. They make things like this possible, and it's fantastic to see how they continue to give back to the community. Absolutely.
Something that I'm kind of thinking about is how are the Wi-Fi Warriors going to transition from that first game to the second one, because their strategy that they had of that proper positioning and flanking and things like that didn't seem to work as well as they had hoped. So are we going to see a change there in strategy, or do they feel like they can make it happen just better this time around?
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they're able to make some adjustments as we jump into Skyline here. Taking a look at the Wi-Fi Warriors already. Shots going in. Crotex already finding a sweeper. On to P1. Crotex looking to flip spawns, potentially nice and early. Crotex slides in, finds the kill as well, but Killer trades out Xander. So already 10 points going towards the Dolphin Divers, 666, shooting towards Sweeper on top. Catwalk, and he's going to find the kill as well. Boo now looking towards Piano. COD timing's bad, but that's how it goes. He doesn't know that Killer's in P2. Scallywagger now creeping slowly underneath, going through elevator shafts. Xander at 666, full finding kills. Crotex gets taken down by Killer. This is where there could be a big play from Scallywagger. Got that C9 out. He's going to come through this bookcase here. Is he going to be able to find any value out of it? The problem is he's flipping spawns, and that's not what you want to do for P2 here. Sweeper's going to die on this map. Unfortunately, going to take himself out. Xander finds the kill on Killer. Xander's getting ready to flip spawns for P2. You can see Dolphin Divers are thinking about it this time. They're looking for a full 60 on this first point. They're going to get a full 50 out of it at least as they hop into P2. Getting ready to go as they keep holding down this time. They rotated well. 666 and Boo in the hills. 666 gonna die to Killer. Boo's gonna get taken out by Brad Windshaft to break from Wi-Fi Warriors.
I'm noticing that Scallywagger seemed to struggle with that strategy there, just sneaking around. They didn't seem to find anything, especially with the hard point moving. It just makes it so difficult for that strategy to have worked out the way that they're probably hoping it would have.
Yeah, that's pretty unfortunate. He thought that maybe he could get a play to wrap something, but when the hard point's flipping to the other side of the map, that's not necessarily the best play. Xander gets that GPR absolutely working. He is picking up right where he left off, pushing out already. Look at this. They're not afraid to flip the spawns nice and early. Brad gonna push out through elevator shaft, but he's gonna rethink what he's doing. He's gonna zip line right on up. He's gonna go into the hill, but Boo's got that PP919 ready to go. Xander looking for kitchen. P3. The shots are immaculate onto Sweeper. Sundre Killer's gonna go down as well to Xander. Xander is 8-2, but Crotex leading the way at 10-1 now. 666. Drop shots, trying to find anything that he can. Brad got the kill for him. Sweeper took out 666, but Crotex with the trades. He's 11-1 now. Keeps going up. Pistol shots coming in from Xander. It's 100-4 at this point. This is domination from the Dolphin Divers.
Brad Windshaft finally able to get there on the point, but then Boo took down 666 with a grenade. So that could be a potential opportunity for the Wi-Fi Warriors to get ahead there. But even then, Crotex still has a killing spree of 10. So even with losing one of their teammates to their own team member, that could have been the Wi-Fi Warriors' big chance to get forward, but they still did not manage to get back there on the point. But finally, we saw Sweeper got 1 second there, but immediately was taken down by Crotex, who has been an absolute menace this second round.
Yeah, Crotex sitting at 17-1 right now. He's on a 14K. He's having the game of his life right now. Xander watching to see if anyone comes out around that corner. Now he looks to see if anyone's flipping. Crotex already got over into bedroom for P4. Sweeper's gonna find Boo. 666 finds Sweeper though. Crotex looking to see if anyone rotates from kitchen. Anyone from pool? No! He can't find anything right now. He's gonna slide out. He's gotta be careful. There's somebody sitting up there top. He's on that 14K. He doesn't want to give it up. There's trades going in. He slides away. He almost dies there. Stun's going to go around to see if anyone's following. He's going to get great timing on someone. Crotex up to 15. Xander with the pistol chow. He's going to pick up a gun as well as he was out of ammo. The GPR doing work now as he picks up Scallywagger's gun and takes him down. Boo's going to find one as well. Brad's going to go down to Crotex, who's on 16 now. He's 19-1. Crotex going for the high score. It's a too big of a lead to pass at this point for Wi-Fi Warriors. They're down 150. This is tough. Dolphin Divers is doing their thing. Sweeper can't find anything. Crotex up to 18 in a row, 21-1. Crotex still on board with him now as he's got that GPR. He's picked up someone else's gun. 666 gonna find a kill as well. Crotex looking to get up to a 20K, I think, at this point. But this is wow. This is tough to watch.
I cannot imagine the adrenaline going through Crotex's body right now, given that 18 kill streak. That is insanely good.
Make it 19.
Yeah, right there. It just keeps going and going. Crotex does not want to lose that streak. Is not going down.
Boo! Takes out 666. This is Xander sitting in hill, 191 to 10. Xander shots come around, not gonna find anything.
20 kill streak there.
Breaks 20s, 23-1. Boo's gonna find one as well. ICCU could win it here on P1 if Wi-Fi Warriors don't find a touch. Xander's in hill, shots come around the corner. Boo's gonna find Brad. This is getting kind of crazy. They gotta find a touch at some point here. On to P2, it looks like. Sweeper's in hill. Crotex gonna find Scallywagger. This is gonna be the break for Dolphin Divers. They could win it here on P2.
Ooh, 666 was managed to take on both a friendly and an enemy there with that Hellstorm. Goes to show that those missiles are very careful and you got to properly communicate because sometimes things can go poorly.
Crotex finally died there at 25-2 now. Oh, Boo! Don't do it to him! 180. You love to see it. That's the play of the game right there, folks. I have to think. Crotex finds another kill as well. We're on 220 to 12. 666 just sitting in the hill. 30 seconds to go. Xander pushing out. Got that GPR, firing straight and sound. He's just playing in bottom weights. Gonna find killer as well. I don't think they win it here. The pistol chow. Can't quite find it. Not gonna do it for him. Xander now looking to see if anyone's still there. Xander does not care. What are you doing, sir? That is crazy. 232. I think Hill's about to rotate into P3. It's going to be in the kitchen. Xander's already there. Xander just continuing to hold. Shots come around the corner. The pre-fire's good. Xander finds one. Crotex finds another one. He's 29 and 2 right now, Crotex is. 666 with the big chow right around the corner. 244. 6 points to go. Brad's going to go down. ICCU's in the hill. 3, 2, 1. Ball game. There we go. ICCU Dolphin Divers into lower bracket finals with a big-time win over the Wi-Fi Warriors.
I know you said this earlier, but that was unfortunately very hard to watch. I was loving seeing Crotex up there getting that 20 kill streak, but even then, sometimes, speaking of Crotex with the best play here, but they just absolutely demolished the Wi-Fi Warriors there. They tried to put up a good fight, but they just really struggled to get past the better gunplay and the better strategy there that the Dolphin Divers had.
What's hard to watch? It's not a knock on Wi-Fi Warriors by
Yeah, no, of course not.
What's hard to watch is when you have to sit there and you have to think, okay, how do you even stop someone like Crotex? 30 and 2 is absurd. I mean, and Xander following up with 26 and 6. The other two players didn't even do anything. 9 and 9 and 10 and 7. Not a ton going on there, right? At the end of the day, it's Xander and Crotex that just went ballistic, and it's fun to watch, but at the same time, it's hard because it's like, what do you even say about that?
I don't know what I would do personally. Like seeing how great their aim was and just their general idea, peeking corners and knowing where, like just hearing, they seem to know exactly where all of the entirety of the Wi-Fi Warriors were at all times, and so I don't even know how I would go up against that, just because of how incredible their play styles were. And just how much they swept the Wi-Fi Warriors with that great aim and strategy that they did have.
Yeah, it was pretty impressive. Okay, we are going to take a quick break. I promise this one is going to be a lot quicker. It's not going to be 30 minutes. The next match is getting ready to go. We're going to make sure everything's set up. We'll come back in just a few minutes, and we'll get on to our upper bracket grand championship, our final game of the day that we'll be broadcasting. So stick around. We'll be right back.
Idaho Central Credit Union, looking after your daily balance.
It's me, your Idaho Central Credit Union app. Rough morning. Is that a mobile deposit? I got this. Beat it, Charlie. We're making money moves here. Cha-ching. And done.
Charlie, come on, outside.
Sorry about the mess. I'd help if I had hands. The closest Idaho Central Credit Union branch is in your pocket.
Home is where you hang your hat, snuggle up, hide out. Home is when you're with the ones you love. It isn't just a place, it's a state of mind. At Idaho Central Credit Union, our home is Idaho. We grew up here, and we're proud to help more Idahoans with their home loan than any other financial institution. Idaho Central Credit Union. We believe home is where you make it.
No. Come on, where is it?
Dave, it's your Idaho Central app here. Any chance you're missing a debit card? Let's get that taken care of for you. With ICCU's card control, you can turn any card off with the tap of your finger.
You've got it.
And back on again. Ow, 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 ow. The closest Idaho Central Credit Union branch is in your pocket.
streak. That is insanely good.
Make it 19.
Yeah, right there. Just keeps going and going. Crotex does not want to lose that streak, is not going down.
Crotex finally died there. It's 25-2 now. Oh! Don't do it to him! The 180! You love to see it. That's the play of the game. Can't quite find it. Not going to do it for him. Seeing it now. Let's see if it what are you doing, son? That is... Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the upper bracket grand finals on a Champ Saturday here at Boise State Esports Arena. We're so excited to bring this one to you. It's the Boise State alumni taking on ICCU Beast, a rematch that we've seen a couple times already this tournament, and boy, do I think this is going to be a good one.
It's very exciting, especially having some of our own players being on this team, and it's also going the fact that we've seen this matchup before. It's so many different factors playing into this grand finals. Like, so many things are happening right now to make this so much more exciting than it normally would be.
Yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun. Going to a best of 5 as well on this grand finals because it's the big one. We're gonna end up going to a best of 5. So what we're gonna do, hardpoint search. Hardpoint search is how we're gonna do this. Loser's gonna pick map. We're gonna start on Skyline hardpoints. We've seen this a couple of times, and this will be our first search game as well that we get to do on stream. That's gonna be a lot of fun.
It is nice finally being able to see nothing wrong with hardpoint, obviously, but it is nice to have a little bit of variety because now we're going to be seeing search regardless of what happens. So I'm a little glad to be able to see at least something a little different for the big grand finale of today.
Yeah, this is gonna be a lot of fun. This is what it all has come down to. These teams have been playing for 3 days now. They've done a lot of great work for charity. We're so thankful for everything that they've done to show out like they have. Remember, by the way, for charity, like we said, bottom right-hand corner of the screen, scan that QR code. Make sure you donate to the Idaho Food Bank. We're so thankful for everything that Idaho Central Credit Union is doing to help us put on this tournament. And speaking of Idaho Central Credit Union, one of their very own teams into the grand finals today.
It is very exciting. Like, we have one of our teams and one of ICCU's teams. So these are both like such big groups going up against each other. And I'm just very curious to see how they end up playing against each other because both of these are like some of the best teams that we have seen in this tournament. So the fact that both of them, we're now getting to that final push, it's probably going to be a lot of back and forth given that both of these teams are very, very good at Call of Duty.
Yeah, I think that we're going to see a lot of just real aggressive play, especially going on to Skyline, getting out of Vault to start, but we'll see. I mean, loser may pick Vault Search. We'll see. Like I said, we don't know what the map rotation is going to be now because we wanted to do loser picks because we wanted to make sure that we're doing this in the most fair and competitive way possible so we can get these teams to be as close as possible. So this should be a lot of fun. I think both of these teams are going to be really competitive. They both have done a lot of winning to get to this point in the tournament. Beast came from the lower bracket side, but that's okay. You know, they lost to Boise State in the first round of brackets last night, so now they have their chance to redeem themselves in this best of 5.
Exactly. Having that pressure and that excitement there of being able to get that revenge story in the favor of the Beast, that's a lot more pressure. So hopefully we'll be seeing maybe a little more aggressive play style than we saw in that the first game from earlier.
Yeah, I think we will. As we kind of got a quick jump scare there, loaded into the map. We're back, though. I think we're going to be starting here any second. It's going to be a lot of fun to see what these teams do. Going into the Skyline, it's going to be so important to get vertical, take that control of both of those two top catwalks, that roof area and then top piano. It's going to be critical that whichever team can take that, can hold that, and then as well, make sure that they're flipping spawns. I don't think we saw as much spawn play in that first game, right? Teams weren't really worried about the spawns as much. They were just going for the kills. I think spawn play is going to be critical in this game.
Yeah, having two different teams that are very, very even on skill level, the more that those teams are balanced with your skill level, the more that you have to be aware of the different kinds of things to keep in mind when you're playing through the game. So sometimes getting kills is all you need to do, like we saw in the first game, or the second game, excuse me. But the first one is a little more even, so we saw them worrying at least a little bit more about spawns. But now the fact that both the Beasts and the Boise State alumni are both very even on that skill level, it's going to be critical that they take advantage of every single different thing that they could possibly take advantage of as we go into this.
Yeah, I have to imagine that we're going to see both teams trading out pretty heavily on P1, and it's going to be critical to see who gives what side to start this thing, right? P2 is so tough to wrap to, and it's a tough hill to break, especially if they get those barriers to come down to hold those things off and kind of close off some of those nade angles. So whoever spawns P2 side, got to be ready for a quick wrap through bar. Through outer's tough, obviously, because it's P1. So through bar, you've got to have someone there watching to see if someone's going to wrap. That's going to be critical. If it's ICCU, I have to imagine they're going to just push out pretty quick and try and get that flip early. If it's Boise State, they very well could play through hill and then try and push out late and get that spawn flip late.
We did see a lot of the Beast focusing on that verticality like we're talking about so much, especially with Skyline. But we have to see how Boise State is going to decide to counter that, because we saw, especially with Delibird on the Beast, they took advantage of that high ground so many different opportunities from the catwalks and just the upper floors. And so that just made it very difficult for the enemy team to be able to get past them and get onto the point. So I'm curious to see how Boise State will end up countering that and being able to take advantage of the different levels on their own.
Yeah, things are going to be really interesting. I think we're just about getting ready to load on into this map. I'm really excited to see kind of how these first opening exchanges go. First fight can be so critical in this, but what I don't think we're going to see that we've seen a lot in these first couple of games is a ton of points from opening side. Taking a look to see who got that first good spawn side, can't quite tell. My gut says that might be Boise State on good P2 side, but I'm not 100% sure.
That would be Boise State over there, actually. So
yeah, it is. So Boise State, early good spawn sides for P2. That's going to be big. Let's see if they're able to do anything. Trades coming out. Boise State, 3 early kills. But ICCU trades back on Perpski. So this is going to be quick. Hat Trick already looking to see if he can push out. That's interesting. Hat Trick maybe looking to flip against it. Frosty gonna slide in, contested hill, Practical, gonna take him down. That's good shots from him with that Jackal. Legit Soldier, doing some work as well. Practical finds another one as well on BK.
BK has been the only one able to find an elimination so far on the B side. The Boise State alumni is really just taking charge here. Got right there, right out the gate with a triple kill, and then they got onto the point and have not moved just yet. Hat-Trick even getting a 5 killing spree now within like the first 18 seconds of gameplay.
Jumping Armadillo, though, the good shots on the hat trick. That's going to be good. Frosty now trying to look to flip those spawns. Practical sitting on stairs. He's going to come around the corner. He's going to find another one as well. He's 4-0. He sees 2 come across. He gets away with his life. Nade goes around. Boise State holding down some of this P2 time. Practical's going to slide back in this hill. Going to look to see if anyone's coming from piano side. That's going to be BK getting taken down by Hat Trick. Frosty's going to get in there, but Soldier's going to take him down. That's good shots with that aims. Soldier now kind of crack aiming around that corner. Looking to see if anyone's coming piano. There's one. Can he find the second? He can't. That's Delibird finding him, but that's going to be Hat Trick and Practical taking the trades out. Boise State amassing a nice 60-second lead to get this thing started through 2 hills. Shots coming in from Frosty onto Persky. Hat Trick on top cat trying to find anything. The pistol reach out's not going to come out. Delibird finds the kill. Soldier, though, finding Frosty. Boise State leading these trades still. This is what they want to see if you're the Broncos. Legit Soldier finding one before he gets traded out. Delibird finds the kill to break the point. Delibird and Armadillo doing work in the hill. The trades come out. Hat Trick, with the huge double to break. Wow, Hat Trick coming up from elevator. Combo with Prac. Boise State retakes, but we're on to P3 here in a sec. Boise State's got to find a way to wrap out because ICCU's got spawns for these next 2 hills.
Boise State is doing exactly actually what I expected them to do with countering that high ground usage, and now they're doing that exact tactic, just making sure that the Beasts cannot make that play of their own. They've really been struggling to get on the point just with having so many different parts they need to keep track of.
Yeah, Boise State doing really well. They hit that from a couple of different sides. That was Perky from the backhand side of it. And then that was as well Soja coming from weights. Hat trick and Perpsky find 2, but BK lurking here, waiting to see if anyone wants to go out of bar. Stun goes around. Can he find any info? Prack's going to get the kill onto him, though. Big shots. Prack just holding down now. He knows they're coming from that front side. Prack finds 1. Frosty trades him out. Frosty finds a double. That's the break for ICCU. But Perpsky says no. He will not be denied. Perpsky looking over towards weights now, seeing if he can find anything from this good piano side. Nothing there. Practical knows they're coming. Bedroom. And that's a fantastic start for Boise State now. Holy cow. Jumping Armadillo, though. Hat-trick finds him. They're on a wrap. The comms are good. Practical knows they're there. Can Practical find anything? Can he get anything out of it? He finds one. He gets traded out. DK finds another one as well. Armadillo's trying to break into the bedroom. They can. But the problem is Boise State still has good spawns. Delibird getting these points early. Now ICCU starting to get the good spawns. This is where they can come back. 40 or 50 points here. Gets this game back in their control.
Finally, ICCU Beast is able to get some progress on the point, getting up to now 40 seconds worth of points. And they're continuing to hold that, but Perpsky is now getting a couple kills. They're on to Frosty to start. Armadillo just waiting there patiently with Delibird. But eventually, Boise State's going to jump in there, but they're struggling.
Yeah, that's Perpsky finding a kill, getting the break. Contest coming through. Soja's going to kill Perpsky. Soja's killing everybody. That's going to be the break for Boise State. But then once again, BK finds 1. Prack finds BK. And Delibird finds Prack. They're just trading each other back and forth. This was good time for ICCU, though. This is what they needed to do. 70 points still. Perpsky finds 1. Can he find a second? He's going to have to slide this thing into Hill. He's going to get taken down from Delibird. Good location there. Prack getting on the roof. He's going to slide in. Find Delibird on the rotation. That's a great play from Prack. Jumps into the hill and finds the double. He's going to get taken down, though. That's Jumping Armadillo finding 1, but Perpsky finds Armadillo. Boise State trading out well. BK pushing out through bar. Delibird finding 1 as well. Delibird, can he find a second one? They're going to go over the top. Coming from the top rope, he sees a foot. Delibird with the 500 IQ play. Keeping Boise State out of this hill. Practical on catwalk. Finds 1 as well. He's going to slide into hill. Boise State keeping this time. P2 spawns for ICCU. There's 1 for Prack, but he gets traded out. Perpsky, though, finds Armadillo. This is 2 alive for Beast. Got to try and get to this hill. Boise State's taking so much time on P1. They're doing so well. Soja with the big shots. Perpsky as well finding the kill. This is Boise State doubling up ICCU early here. ICCU's got to get ready because they will have to hold this P2 well. Boise State's going to hit this thing hard. Practical finds 1. He wanted the crazy double, but he can't get it. BK finds it. Perpsky finds 1 in Hill as well. He's just locking it down. Perpsky knows that they're going to be going P2. Wrapping to this really quickly. ICCU already getting up in there. Perpsky shots around piano. They knew they were looking. Their comms are there. Perpsky gets crazy timing, but he can't find the kill. Delibird does well, and that's ICCU continuing to take some time up in this P2. They're trying to work their way back in it.
It seems somewhere in the midst of all that chaos, Boise State seems to have potentially lost a player. Oh, but finally Hat-trick is back in the game, at least in the UI. Hat-trick was gone there for a little bit, but Boise State was still managing to make some good progress there.
Ooh, Prack, tried to do some crazy stuff in there. Perpsky finds a kill, Jumping Armadillo, staying in point, finds Soja as well. That's big for ICCU. They continue to get points. They're getting this thing back in. Armadillo's on a 3K. ICCU breaking the 100-point club now. Now it's only a 60-point game, and they're going to keep closing this thing in. The problem is Boise State going to have good spawns for this. Hat-trick wrapping bottom. 1's going through elevator as well. The break is perfect. You would think they work for the government. They're so good at this. This is crazy. Boise State with a perfect break.
Hat-trick, they're on the point, but then both him and Perpsky have left, leaving legit Soja being the only one to defend as the rest of the team goes and finds some kills, being able to get 3 of them with only 1 of them remaining, but Jumping Armadillo being that last one is able to get a double before getting taken down by Perpsky. Armadillo has been doing a great job at just getting these kills back to back, but unfortunately Prack and Perpsky are also just being such difficult contenders for Beast to go up against.
Yeah, this is really good for Boise State right now. They're doing everything they need to do. Perpsky and Prack both over 20 kills. Hat-trick, that number's not accurate for him as he did DC for a little bit. Boise State in this bar spot here. They're P3. They're getting some time. Prack just dancing in and out of the hill. He sees 1. Shots come around. ICCU is already trying to get set up for bedroom now. They want to get split spawns if they can help it. Delibird finds 1. Delibird finds a second. Shots come in. There's the break, but Soja right back at it. This is what Boise State needs to do. Keep these teams from breaking. They're going to get a little bit of scrap potentially. Prack denies, though. Prack finds a second. Practical. This is great gameplay from him. 28 and 13. This is what they need to do. Shots come around the corner as well. Looking at Poole. He's got 2 guns in his pockets there. That's Jumping, finding 1. He's going to try and push out. I don't know if it's worth pushing this out there. There's only a little bit of scrap time left. Prack's going to find Armadillo. That's huge. Hat-trick's going to find another one as well. They're already in bedroom and bathroom ready to go for P4.
We see legit Soldier going back there and waiting with hat trick. Once again, we see Boise State splitting up, having one or two people there to defend and one or two people going out and just making sure the rest of the team doesn't get there. This is great cohesion we are seeing from Boise State. But even then, Beasts were just finally able to break that, now getting a little bit of points left, a little bit of points on there, but they're so far behind. Boise State only has 27 seconds left until they win this first round.
Hat trick, big shots into the hill. He's got that KSV working. Gonna try and challenge with a pistol potentially. Cooking the nade. Looking to see if he can find anything. Nade goes into the hill. Prack's gonna slide in, get the break as well. That's big time from him. There's only 20 seconds needed for Boise State now. 2:30 to 1:23. ICCU Beast knows Boise State isn't gonna win it here. They're gonna try and get set up for P1. It's gotta be perfect COD for them at this point. Armadillo gonna slide in, trying to find one off the heady. Prack's gonna find a huge double though. Boise State within 10 points now. Prack's gonna get down, gonna finally go down to BK. So officially Boise State gonna try and win this on P1 here. 2 in the hill. Hat trick's already on it. Nobody from ICCU is gonna be able to touch. This is gonna be the game. Hat trick just takes them out. Boise State up 1-0 in the grand finals.
Even with one of their players DCing in the middle of it, they still did fantastic, getting nearly double the points that the Beasts got. That just goes to show how well Boise State was able to combat the Beasts' original strategy that we saw in the first game.
Yeah, that was pretty fantastic. Boise State really was able to just get a lot of kills there. I mean, Practical and Sojo were doing some pretty good work. Perbsky and Hattrick didn't have to do too much in that game. They were able to just sit back, let their teammates do a lot of the heavy lifting there. Excuse me, Perbsky and Prack. Soja and Hattrick were able to just sit back and let their teammates do a lot of the hard work. They're 25-19 and 32-16. That was a pretty close game. ICCU tried to bring it back. Some good chain hills there at the end of the first rotation, but Boise State did a good job of countering that.
Well, something I also wanted to point out is given the fact that two of them had gotten, Perbsky and Prack had gotten so many kills there, we also noticed that it's not like the other two weren't doing anything, because Soldier got over 2 minutes worth of time on that point. Him and Hattrick were spending so much time there racking up the points, while Prack and Perbsky were just going out there and getting all the eliminations. So it shows how well that they knew that they just needed to have a couple of them sitting there getting those points racked up while the other two got out and made it so the rest of them couldn't get there. Such fantastic communication and cohesion from that team.
Yeah, it was pretty impressive, and now that's going to be more important as we head into what I think is the best S&D map. We're going to Volt Search, so we've already seen Volt a couple of times in Hardpoint today. Going into Volt Search, though, on this map, too. This was ICCU Beast's pick. Loser picks through this grand final, so they pick Volt for Search. This is going to be interesting. My understanding is this Boise State alumni team is usually a Search specialist team. We haven't seen Beasts play in a Search yet. I've seen Boise State alumni play in Search just because I've played with them before. Haven't seen Beasts play in a Search yet. We'll see what that looks like on the comms, but boy, some of these gunfights can get really mixy when we get down into that A side.
And given the fact that Boise State is known to being good at Search, it is a little scary for the Beasts, because like we said, we don't really know, we haven't seen them playing on Search yet, but even then, we know that Boise State is just so fantastic at playing on a Search map, so that makes it even more difficult. And given the cohesion and the team play that Boise State already has, the Beasts have to potentially do a bit of a change up in strategy.
Yeah, this is going to be hard if you're Beasts. Really, what's going to have to happen here is they're going to have to hit a site early. They're going to have to make a decision. My guess is we're going to see almost exclusively A hits from Beast. If they go B site, I'll be shocked. B long is so difficult to break into. I have a feeling they're going to go A, and they're going to go A quick. That's probably going to be the play here, as ICCU Beast is on offense first. And like I said, A site, 4 hit here. You can see BK's just sitting back watching anything from Palms. They're getting into this quick. They're trying to get this down early and often. Perbsky, a little bit tagged up. He's looking over Palms here. He knows BK's out there. Hattrick and Perbsky finding kills early. And that's going to be Hattrick in sight. This is already a great start. Perbsky going to get found, though. Prack finds Delibird. It's a 1v3. It's just jumping Armadillo here. He's got to find the one in the back, and he's not. Boise State takes round 1.
That was a quick first round right out the gate. Jumping Armadillo was finally able to take down Perbsky, but even then, the rest of the team just got taken down pretty quickly on into that round.
Yeah, and Soja just sitting in the back of the map there with that aiming true, finding one player to just take that round away. So I'm not 100% sure what's going on here. Might have a quick tech pause as we get into the second round, hopefully. Yeah, that was a pretty impressive first start for Boise State. And here we are into round 2. Boise State on offense now.
Well, now we got to see where they're going to decide to plant the bomb here. as there's a couple different options that they have, but they have to figure out whether ICCU Beast is going to guess it correctly or not. We see them kind of focusing around there at the A point.
Yeah, this is going to be a quick plant for Boise State. In fact, I think the bomb's about to go down right now from Hattrick.
Already?
Yep, bomb's down. That's Frosty getting active. Frosty trying to find anything he can. Perpsky with a double, though. That's huge. Now it's a 2v4 retake. Perpsky's going to find Delibird as well. Can Perpsky find the ace? Shots going to BK. If I'm Perpsky, I'm telling my teammates, give me that ace. Give me that ace. He's chasing around the corner. BK, can he find anything? It's a Perpsky ace. Perpsky's perfect. Boise State up 2-0.
Boise State is just doing great at getting these kills right out the gate within the first 10 or 20 seconds. And the fact that, like, in this one, you can't respawn, it means that you're going to have to play a lot more carefully. But even with how the Beasts are playing, it doesn't seem like their ability to play careful is working as well as they're hoping, just because Boise State gets those kills and it immediately makes that strategy of working as a team much harder.
Yeah, I mean, when you get that bomb down so quick, and that is the positive to this map. You can get an A and you can get that bomb down so fast, and unless the defense team is going to immediately commit to it, it's so difficult to do anything against it. Frosty's got the bomb for ICCU, and he's actually looking mid. So interesting, a little bit slower of a play here. Armadillo challenging stairs. Stun's going to go out over the top here. Stuns from both sides coming out, and nade coming out as well. Shots coming in from Armadillo, trying to find something on Hattrick. He can't. All 4 players on both teams alive for the longest we've seen. Hattrick is super aggressive here, though. Looking out towards B, I don't know if he's going to find anything.
Ooh.
Prack with the first blood. Armadillo trades out on Perky, though. Patrick's going to find another one. 2v3 now for ICCU. Soldier's going to find one. Trying to find another one. He can't quite do it. So it's all on jumping Armadillo. 1v3. He's going to go down. Woo! Boise State comes out smoking hot up 3-0 in this first one.
And we saw that the Beasts were playing that a lot more carefully that time around. It seems like they were aware of the fact that rushing in there was not going to work as it would in the other game modes. But now we see even then, not a single Boise State player went down in that round either.
Yeah, this is clinical from Boise State. This is where if you are confident and you can play in Search fast, it's so hard to counter a team that wants to be aggressive in Search. It really is. Now Boise State has the opportunity to get this thing down B. If I'm ICCU, I am full committing through mid, dropping down and getting into sight quickly. We can watch on this mini-map here what Boise State's going to do, and that's exactly what they're going to do. Quick A rush. You've got to get down through this middle map if you're ICCU, but they're not doing it. They're spread out around this map. They're afraid Boise State might plant at B. You got to get in sight right now, guys. Perky finds one. Soldier's gonna find another one. He's ripping him off the headies. Prack's gonna find one as well, and Hill. This is it. Jumping Armadillo's the last one alive. It's so fast. 4-0.
And he got flanked there at the end, so even being the last one alive in most of these rounds, he couldn't do anything about it. There is a person on each side, and once you're flanked, you're basically toast.
Yeah, this is the
we see that right there.
Yeah, the comps for Boise State are fantastic here. I mean, Perpsky had him, he was one shot, Soldier had him one shot, Perpsky with the easy finish. But man, ICCU, you got to know Boise State wants to go A and they want to go A quick. You got to just get down there.
And look at Perpsky leading the team. Ironically enough, they have the most kills, but have also died the most. But even then, 7 kills is pretty insane, given just these first 4 rounds.
Yeah, he's the only one to go down for Boise State. Now, Delibird trying to get this thing down quickly. A. Shots coming in from Armadillo, but Perpsky with the big slide. Gonna find him. Prax looking to see if anyone wants to go quick A. ICCU's wasted their chance. They had an opportunity to get in sight, but they didn't take it now. Perpsky looking out over Palms. Bomb's gonna go top. Perpsky's a knower. He hurt Delibird. That's going to be a hat trick, finding one as well. All of a sudden, once again, it's all down to Frosty, who has the bomb. Frosty's going to chow mid here. I think he saw legs just for a half a second up there. Sliding over through mid-map. Going to try to get this thing down A. I don't think there's anyone from Boise State in A, so he's going to have a 1v4 hold. Shots coming out. I wouldn't have even taken that gunfight right there, because now they know he's going to try and wrap over. Going to go through B door. This might have been the right play. That's got to be a little scary, though, that door's already open. That's not supposed to be open there, so if you're Frosty, you got to be a little bit worried. They're probably chasing you right now, trying to rat him up.
We see him just trying to run as fast as possible, make sure he doesn't die, but even then, Boise State was still at the ready. The moment he peeked around from that corner, both of them were trained directly on that hitbox. Even though he was able to stay alive there for a little while. Perpsky, of course, getting that kill once again. The moment he hopped out of that pool, he saw Frosty and immediately took the shot. That is some incredible reaction time, followed by some incredible aim. Which goes to show why Perpsky is the one getting so many of these kills.
Yeah, good fast play from Boise State there. Knew exactly what Frosty was looking to do. Read him like a book. Now Boise State on match point. They are on defense, or they're on offense, excuse me, here. So Frosty gonna see what he can do. But again, if I'm ICCU at this point, get yourself an A. Go fast. This is what Boise State wants to do. They do it every single time. You got to get down there. They're rushing through mid, but they don't know where they are yet. A little bit of a quick flank. Nobody in this A site though yet. BK finally gets a first blood though. So just gonna go down. This could finally be a round for ICCU. Practical taking this bomb towards B. Boise State on a quick wrap. Things get a little bit interesting now. Perpsky gets some info on one. Nate's gonna go around the corner. He's getting shot from his side. Slides around. Perpsky's gonna go down to Delibird. Big win from ICCU. It's a 2v4 for Boise State.
We see Hattrick waiting there patiently with the bomb, looking at that corner. Jumping Armadillo passed by, but he knew not to take the shot because he wouldn't have had the time. And Jumping Armadillo takes him down. Only Prack is remaining. Finally, the ICCU Beasts are able to make a bit of a comeback here. Prack still has a chance to win this, but this is a 1v4. It is very unlikely. He's got to play this perfectly if he wants to win this one.
Do you have the ice, Prack? Do you have the 1v4 ice? Let's find out. First shots come in. There's one. Can he find 3 more? This is going to be tough. He finds the second. He's feeling good. 13 shots in that Jackal. Got to reload real quick. Bomb's going to be back on the other side of the map. Does ICCU know that? He slides through. I think ICCU's probably just playing this pretty safe. Prack going back towards Boathouse. Gonna slide. Can he find the kill? Pistol comes out. He's going to go down. ICCU takes their first round in this search.
There wasn't a full sweep just yet from Boise State. The Beasts are finally making a bit of a comeback. BK was managed to get the first blood, and from then everything just went perfectly. Even able to get that final kill as well. Finally, a great play there from the Beast, who just took them down with seemingly ease whenever those fights came up. Not as quickly as Boise State was able to do it, but sometimes speed isn't always what they're looking for. Yeah, sometimes you got to play these slow, even if this is a very, very fast-paced game mode.
Now here's the real challenge. Can ICCU find an offense? This is going to be tough. I'm thinking that maybe they are going to try and get this quick A. At some point you have to. Boise State split channeling A and B. I think ICCU's trying to get this thing down pretty quickly. Looking at number 3, that's Frosty. He's trying to push up. Oh, Perpsy's going to get taken down. That's Armadillo. Prack's going to find BK, though. Hattrick chasing one down. He's going to find one as well. So it's a 2v3. Hattrick getting into sight now, just waiting to see if anyone comes around. He sees him! The pistol shell! Hattrick, you are disgusting! That was ridiculous from Hattrick. Now he knows it's a 1v3. Does Jumping Armadillo have ice? He finds one. It's going to be a 2v1. Armadillo laying down here. Is he going to find Hattrick on the cross? The COD timing! Hattrick's going to go down! 1v1! And Boise State takes this search. Practical with the good read, the trades, their money.
Those last 2 rounds, the Beasts had a bit of a change up there. They didn't end up winning that this last round just now, but they won the one beforehand. They put up quite a bit of a fight, especially Jumping Armadillo up there at the end. Managed to take down a couple of the players there. So even though they didn't win that one, I gotta notice that the Beasts really had a comeback there just for a little bit.
Yeah, around a couple good kills there as well. They gave Boise State a scare as we went late, but Boise State able to hold on as now we head into round 3. I'll be curious to see what ICCU picks as their 3rd map as we head into another hard point. My gut says Vault. I could also see Protocol potentially.
Yeah, well, what's also just good to notice here is that since we are now to a best of 5, Boise State hasn't won just yet, but this is still potentially the last round. If Boise State is able to play as well as they did the first time around when there was hardpoint, this will be the end of it for the Beasts. But the Beasts still have that skill that we saw in the first round, so potentially if they have a change up in strategy or a plan, something like that, maybe the switch up in maps will be what they need.
And indeed, we are getting a switch up. Protocol is the next hard point. So, Protocol hard point. Haven't seen that today. Saw it a little bit yesterday. Bigger map. Going to be a lot of rotations. Again, a lot of verticality on this map. This is going to be one where if you can get those flip spawns, you can do a lot of good work. So if I'm ICCU, I'm always flipping spawns, always trying to spawn Boise State out and make this thing as screwy as possible.
Well, we got to see if Boise State ends up up taking advantage of those high points because, of course, those rotations are really crucial. But even with Boise State, they kind of swept the floor that first time around, so they didn't really have to worry as much about rotations. So maybe we'll be able to see if they're able to make that same kind of gameplay in this third round, if they will be able to just take advantage of the different entry points and just keep track of that. If they're able to do that again, they won't really have to worry, but given this is a bit of a different map, it might also just lead to a change up there with strategy, focusing more on rotations and things like that.
Well, and I don't think, I could be wrong here, but I don't think Boise State has played Protocol nearly as much as probably ICCU has. I don't think that there's been as many times on this map, so I don't think they know it as well. Skyline, Vault, those are pretty common map plays, but Protocol, not as much in players, rotations as much if they're not scrimming every day. So maybe Beast has something in the pocket that they can pull out on this. Maybe a quick route that they like to hit to get this thing from one side of the map to the other. I'll be interested to see how it goes because I think we're getting pretty close to starting up on this.
Taking advantage of those unfair fights is always important mid-game, but sometimes having a premeditated plan like picking a map that the enemy team might not be as used to would help take advantage of that, because given the fact that Boise State might not be as familiar here with Protocol as the Beast have so many opportunities to take unfair fights sheerly through knowledge of the map and the different passageways and things that they could go through. So this could give the Beast a pretty big upper hand.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how things go as we're loading into Protocol here. Already ready to go. Looking out over those SAM turrets on P1. Boise State starting from Chopper side, whereas ICCU starting from that P2 side. So ICCU with good spawns early. Practical, or Perpsky in the hill. Shots coming out. Can he find anything? The rechow, the ego chow. Yes, he can. That's a hot start from Perpsky. Gonna find a second as well. Perpsky's doing work. That's a great start for Boise State. Perpsky chows the window. Son, where'd this confidence come from? Misses the nade a little bit. Practical's gonna go down to BK. That's good shots. Frosty now trying to find a little bit of a flip. Gonna find another one as well. Delibird finds one as well. That's gonna be ICCU's chance to get into the hill. Hat-trick though. Big kill. Again, hat-trick and Practical combined for a triple. Boise State still in this hill, and ICCU's got to be careful because if they push out too far, they may flip spawns.
Hat-trick getting a lot of good kills here. Up to now 5 even with a killing spree. Hasn't gone down since he got that first kill, so maybe that streak will continue to go like we saw earlier with that 20 kill streak.
Already breaking into P2 is ICCU. They're ready to go on this second hill pump. Perpsky hitting from the bottom side. That's going to be a good kill from Frosty, though. Doesn't let him get up ladder. Practical wrapping around back tower now, trying to flip these spawns out. Practical, he gets the shots off and the trades come out. Practical from the outside hits it. Boise State breaks in. Armadillo, though, finds one. Can he find a second? No, he can't. Perpsky knocks him down. Boise State now flips this hill right back in their control.
We see a couple of them there up in the distance, but Perpsky decided to get up close and sneak up behind them and trying to get both of them.
Where are the comms from Beast? You gotta call that out. Perpsky's dancing right now.
But even during that, we saw 3 of the Boise State players going down, which allowed the Beast to be able to take the point back there for a little bit. So even though Perpsky had a very good play there, the rest of them were left in a very surprising situation.
Perpsky, like a wide receiver, he's a route runner right now, finding different ways to get behind these teams. Perpsky challenging top catwalk and top house, ready to go on P3. Practical in there as well. Boise State clearing out this hill. And that's going to be a nice little lurk from Armadillo. The problem is Boise State has spawns for P3, so it doesn't do as much as you wanted it to do. That's a late hit from Armadillo that doesn't get them any value. Practical finds Armadillo as well. Boise State knows they're going to be spawning from this far side, P2 side. Practical and hat-trick finding 2. BK on a little bit of a wrap. Comes in, finds 1. Can he find a second? No, he can't. Hat-trick takes him down. Hat-trick now looking back over mid-map. Gonna not see anybody. The timing is terrible. Frosty trying to get a little bit of a wrap. Hat-trick finds 1. Frosty gets in behind. Shots come in. There's the break for a half a second, but Practical takes him right back down. This is tough. Boise State is pushing out. They are ready to end this thing right here and right now. 100 points breached for Boise State. Practical thinking about rotating down to P4. Boise State is in complete control.
The Beasts are doing a great job at sneaking up to that point without getting much pressure on the way over. But the moment they enter that small area, the Boise State alumni are just ready, and they just take them down with a very quick speed there. Like we're seeing that again. again from Perpsky, taking down Armadillo with seeming ease.
Perpsky and Hat-Trick finding kills. Now, ICCU in the hill. Hat-Trick tries to use that Omni movement to get in, but he can't. Soldier, though, trades it out. Boise State breaks again, breaks P4. I think that Soldier may have just done his teammate there, going into hallway. Not exactly what you want to do. They see two drop down. Actually, he only saw one. Soldier's going to find one. Can he reach out with the pistol? No, he can't. Nate's going to get primed around the corner. He stuck him, but it doesn't matter. Perpsky slides out for the kill. BK's going to fight Perpsky. Armadillo fights Hat-Trick as well, but Soldier's staying alive. Soldier just staying alive. He knows there's one on the hill. He's going to get slid out, but he doesn't care. Soldier, he is a dog right now. Legit Soldier keeps Boise State on the hill. 150 crack for the Broncos.
He's keeping them points going, and now he's getting so many kills, up to a killing spree of 5. He is being such a menace for the Beast to go up against. He has been stuck here on the point, and he has not left the entire time this hard point has been here. He has been there and has stayed there. The next one will be shifting to the next one soon. But Soldier finally decides to choose to get a move on as the new hardpoint decides to pop up here.
Delibird finds Hat-Trick as well. Perpsky shots come around the corner. He shot his teammate a little bit there. Prack steals his kill. Frosty trying to break in. It's 31 to 180. This is not good if you're ICCU. Perpsky staying alive on these guns here. Shots come in. There's Armadillo from the top window though, but he's going to get traded out by Soldier, who's going to jump right into the point. Gonna fall to BK though. Hat-Trick finds one. Can he find a second one? No one wants to peek him out that window. They know that there's another one watching him there. Hat-Trick, yes sir, right onto the head. Stunned though. This is ICCU's chance. They got to go quick if they're going to go. 2 in hill, 3 in hill now. There's one from behind Frosty. Frosty finally goes down to Perpsky, but Delibird gets the trade. ICCU breaks this hill. Now they got to rotate for P2.
Finally, the Beasts are able to get back there on the point, but Prack is on the prowl looking for anyone to take down. He finally sees jumping Armadillo, but could not find the elimination there. But legit Soldier, given how well he was doing, was able to finally bring down the Hellstorm and able to get a kill off of it.
Armadillo gets found by Hat-Trick. Hat-Trick's looking out. Practical and Perpsky, though, finding 2 kills. Right as ICC looked like they might be able to break this point. Boise State over 200 now. Shots coming in from Armadillo onto Prack. Perpsky found one, though. Perpsky finds another one. He found Armadillo. Soldiers in the hill. They could win it here. I think he might have stuck him for a half a second, though. I don't think he did. Hat-Trick now onto BK. Frosty finds Perpsky, though. Boise State keeps racking up points. 30 points away. Frosty on a quick wrap. They got to touch this hill. Frosty's shots are good. They find the kill. He's going to get taken down, though, by Hat-Trick flying into the hill with the pistol with the Superman dive. Boise State goes in again. Delibird finds one. That's going to keep ICCU in this game. Got to rotate P3. Got to get in the house right now. Boise State's already set up on it. They got to go if you're ICCU. Perfect COD required.
Oh, and we see them getting back there on the point. Only about 20 seconds left on the clock for that in order to get the final round win. The Beasts have to rush in there as soon as possible, but still play this exactly right. In order to get there, there's only about 13 seconds left. They're finally able to get that double kill that they're looking for.
Prack finds one, though. ICCU trying to get set up on this thing. They're playing in the back. Finds one is Frosty, who's kept them in this game for a lot of it. Frosty with 13 kills. Armadillo as well with 15. Orange time now for Boise State. 10 to go. There's the RCXD getting taken out by Delibird. Big play from him. They're going to slide in. This is ICCU contesting in the hill. Delibird on the overwatch. Gonna find a kill as Delibird. Yes, he is. ICCU staying alive. 7 points to go for Boise State. Shots coming in as the flank goes there. Frosty, though, gonna take him out. Staying alive, keeping these points. They want to break 100 points. Just take this hill by hill if you're ICCU. That's all you can do. Hat-Trick laying down on top of guns, waiting to see if he can see anything. He finds one top window. Big shots from Hat-Trick. Now he's on top gun, looking to see if he can find anything more from that top window. But ICCU holding staunchly on this hill. They got to get ready for P4, though.
The Beasts are locked in right now. The moment that they saw them reaching only 20 seconds left, they knew that they had to play this right, and they're doing it so well, getting 3 of them taken down back to back to back. Prack was the only one left alive. The Boise State alumni are struggling to get back there on the point. We see Prack finally able to reach this hard point. Only 5 seconds left. Hat-Trick got a double kill. There's only a few seconds left. They got to get this touch before it ends. And there it goes. Not enough time. Boise State got the 3rd and final win.
Yeah, unfortunately for ICCU, they put all their chips in the wrong basket. They invested in P3, which they had to do, but they weren't able to wrap over to P4. Boise State comes away with the 3-0. Boise State is your 2024 Giving Games champion. Boise State alumni taking care of business.
Absolutely fantastic plays from both teams this time around, especially there from the Beasts. Pretty close there to the end, but Boise State had the better gunplay, had the better strategy, which allowed them to get their 3rd and final win and allowing them to win the finals.
Pretty good stuff there from the side of Boise State. Pretty good stuff from both teams there. But, Beast continued to put up good fights all the way through. They gave us some exciting moments. They were able to fight back and do well. It's unlucky that they came up against a really good Boise State team at the time that they did. I think some different maps, maybe some, a couple fights go different ways, and I think this is a much closer game.
I do find it interesting, though, even given the switching of the maps to potentially lead to that surprise factor, it seems like the Boise State alumni were still very familiar with everything they needed to keep track of. So that just goes to show that they both have the familiarity with how Call of Duty maps work in general, and just the proper strategy that involves working around, getting through these maps, taking the proper kills, and keeping track of so many different things.
Yeah, it was pretty impressive to see both teams, I think, really showing out that they deserved to be in that finals, and
Absolutely.
they both took care of business to get all the way there. And, at the end of the day, it's a good, hard-fought win for Boise State, and nothing to hang your head at if you're ICCU Beast. Nothing at all.
Great plays from all 6 teams that we did see today, though. It was very impressive. So many great plays from every single round that we saw. So it's very cool to see how, even with some of these teams being better than the others, a lot of them still put up very, very solid fights, given the very unfortunate situations they were thrown into.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty impressive to see how everyone adapted to different challenges. Well, I think that's going to do it for our Giving Game broadcast for this year. We're so thankful that you all joined us, and we're so thankful that you all helped support the food bank. One last time, we're going to ask you to scan that QR code down there in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. Make sure you donate to the food bank. Remember, $5 can give 15 meals to the food bank. I don't know how they stretch it that far, but it's pretty impressive. So $5 to the food bank can feed 15 meals to families. That's huge this holiday season. Help end food insecurity, and keep an eye out. They have food drives at all sorts of different places, including, I heard, a promotion where if you go to Idaho Pizza and donate money, you could win free pizza for a year. So keep your eye out for all the promotions going on from the food bank this winter season, this holiday season. But I think that's going to do it from us. Any last words from you this broadcast?
Just thanks for joining us, I suppose. We had a great day today and a fantastic ending to this tournament, and I'm very proud of how everything went. And once again, just going to bring it up, make sure to donate. We'll be thankful. All these families will be thankful. We're in the season, so if you've got the spare change, I don't see why you shouldn't.
Yeah, it's true. Well, from our amazing production team in the back, from our great casting team, and all of our players that played, thanks for tuning in. Have a good one, and go Broncos.